Good morning to all of you. This is Dr. Pallavi Gupta. I will teach you healthcare law. Under healthcare law, I will teach you today what is the vision of WHO regarding to health issues at international level. This is known as Vision 2020. Under this vision, we will discuss several topics. I will take up the climate crisis, weak primary health care, healthcare delivery in area of conflict and crisis, healthcare equity, access to medical treatment, infectious disease prevention, epidemic preparedness, unsafe product, adolescent, improving public trust of healthcare worker, capitalizing on technological advancement, threat of antimicrobial disease resistance and other medicines, healthcare sanitation. The introduction. Before moving to discuss on this topic, let us think or let us take the previous chapter in which I have told you there are certain international agencies, international convention which shows their focus relating to the health at world level. WHO is the agency of United Nations which has the primary object or focus or priority regarding the health at world level. It has to take care of the health of world or different countries. This is under part 2 that we will discuss several. The World Health Organization, which is a United Nations agencies, recently released on 1st January 2020 a list of urgent health challenges that the world will face over the next decade. This list developed by WHO with the help of experts around the world. It provides an overview of urgent global health challenges. WHO said the challenges included in the list demand a response not only from the health sector but from all government, communities and international agencies must work together to address these critical issues, keeping in mind the health for all. The WHO said the challenges included in the list are urgent and several are interlinked. The biggest challenges for the next decades are as follows. The first is climate crisis. Although it is not a new one, it is from the last decade. It is continue. According to WHO, the world climate crisis has major health implication with air pollution alone. As per WHO report, 9 out of 20 people breathe polluted air every day. In 2019, air pollution is considered by WHO as the greatest environmental risk to the health, and it is continuing in this decade also. Microscopic pollutants in the air can penetrate respiratory and circulatory system, damaging the lungs, heart and brain, killing 7 million people prematurely every year from disease such as cancer, stroke, heart and lung disease. Around 90% of these deaths are in low and middle income countries with high volume of emissions from industry, transport and agriculture, as well as dirty cook stoves and fuels in homes. The primary cause of air pollution is also a major contributor to climate changes, which impact people's health in different ways. Between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause 25 lakhs additional deaths as per year from malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and heart disease. To address the issue, WHO said it is working towards creating a set of policy options for government that aims to lower the health risk associated with air pollution. WHO further said leaders in both the public and private sector must work together to clean up our air and mitigate the health impact of climate changes. Weak primary health care. Primary health care is unusually the first point of contact people have with their healthcare system and ideally should provide comprehensive, affordable, community based care throughout life. Primary health care can meet the majority of a person's health needs, needs of the course of their life. Health systems with strong primary health care are needed to achieve universal health coverage. Yet many countries do not have adequate primary health care facilities. WHO will work with partners to realize and strengthen primary healthcare in countries and follow up of a specific commitment made in Astana Declaration. Astana Declaration made in 1978 to strengthen the primary healthcare in countries. Healthcare delivery in area of conflict and crisis. WHO said it is recorded that there is number of attacks against healthcare workers in number of countries which resulted in deaths. The conflict also forced a record number of people to leave their homes or their profession, resulting in limited healthcare access for millions of people. WHO said it is working with countries and partners will strengthen health system, improve preparedness, or we can say preparedness, and expand the availability of long-term contingency finance for complex health emergencies. It means WHO is having a focus to work on to on this point to, we can say, that is the strengthen of the healthcare services or to protect regarding the healthcare worker. However, it is suggested political solutions are needed to stop neglecting the weakest health system and protect healthcare workers and facilities from attack, because these healthcare providers are very much required to provide basic or essential facilities, health facilities, medical facilities to the people. Healthcare equity. Equity means, in other term, we can say it is justice. Healthcare justice. The socio-economic group of WHO noted that there are major discrepancies in quality of people's health across the world. For example, there is an 18-year differences between the life expectancy of the people in low and high economic earning countries, as well as significant differences in life expectancies among people living with the same countries and crisis. It has been observed the difference between the life expectancy of the people in low income countries and high income countries. In addition, low and middle income countries face a disproportionality large burden of cancer, disease, diabetic disease, and other non communicable diseases, which can quickly put a strain on the resources of low income household. WHO said it is working to address disparities in health equity by improving child and maternal care, nutrition, gender equality, mental health, and access to adequate water and sanitation, and providing guidance on low income countries and middle income countries, and to work on how countries can work to improve healthcare equity. So this is the focus of WHO regarding the healthcare justice. Access to medical treatment. According to WHO, despite persistent progress in the field of medicine, about one third of the people across the world lacking access to basic health education and healthcare products such as diagnostic tools, medicines, and vaccines. Limited access to these products fuel drug resistance and threaten people's lives and health. As a result, they face harsh realities in sexually transmitted disease known as STDs, high child mortality rates, and basic nutrition. These are all issues that could be elevated by reducing the disparities that isolate these population. To solve to solve these economic challenges or disparities, global health professionals must explore opportunities to uplift underrepresented communities in public health forums, encourage physicians to practice in remote areas, and introduce policies that reduce barriers and increase access to health care. To address this issue, WHO said it will sharpen its focus on effort to combat substandard and falsified medical medicine or medical product, enhance the capacity of low income countries to assure the quality of medical product throughout the supply chain, and improve access to diagnosis and treatment for non communicable disease. Infectious disease prevention. According to WHO, HIV, viral hepatitis, and other infectious disease will kill an estimated 4 million people this year. Vaccine preventable disease also are expected to kill thousands of people over the next decade. WHO said the reason why infectious disease continues to spread is because of weak health system in endemic countries and insufficient level of financing. Hence, there is an urgent need for greater political will and increased funding for essential health services, strengthening routine immunization, improving the quality and availability of data to inform planning, and more effort to mitigate the effect of drug resistance. Epidemic awareness or the preparedness for the epidemic. Pandemic are global disease outbreak, while the epidemic is disease outbreak in a country. Example of pandemic include influenza, severe acute respiratory syndrome, Ebola, and other viral threats that reflect our vulnerability to widespread disease, many of which originate in animal. Everywhere there are newly emerging pandemic threat that cannot be solved, and diagnosis symptoms may only occur after an individual is already infected. For example, we can take case of pandemic COVID-19. These issues must be cut off at source by addressing important areas like health, education, responsible agriculture practices, and the issues that cause virus to spread. WHO said an airborne and highly infectious virus pandemic is inevitable, but countries around the world continue to spend more on responding to these emergencies than preparing for them. WHO said countries should invest in evidence based practice to strengthen their health system and protect population from disease outbreak, natural disaster, and other health emergency. Unsafe product. According to WHO, nearly one third of today global disease burden is attributed to a lack of food, unsafe food, and unhealthy diets. WHO further said while food insecurity and hunger continue to be an issue. There also is a growing number of people who have diets that are high in fat or sugar, leading to a rise in weight and diet related diseases. Further, there, there have been an increase in tobacco and e-cigarette use in most countries, raising additional health concern. Or we can these are the lifestyle has been changed, and these diseases are known as a lifestyle disease. WHO said it is looking to combat health risks related to unsafe food and other products by working with countries to develop evidence based public policies, investment, and private sector reform to reshape food system and provide healthy and sustainable diet, and to build up political commitment and capacity to strengthen implementation of evidence-based tobacco control policies. Adolescents safety. Each year, more than 1 million adolescents aged 10 to 19 die with road injuries, HIV, suicide, lower respiratory infections, and interpersonal violence, leading as cause of death among teens. According to WHO, a number of factors, including harmful alcohol use, unprotected sex, and lack of physical activity, increases the risk of this type of death. WHO said it will aim to promote mental health and curb harmful behavior among adolescents in 2020 by issuing new guidelines and working to strengthen emergency trauma care. Underinvestment in health worker. As per WHO report, there is a shortage of healthcare providers around the world because of low pay and chronic underinvestment in healthcare education and employment. And these shortages negatively affect health system sustainability and jeopardize health and social care service. WHO said an additional 18 million health workers, including 9 million nurses and midwives, will be needed across the world by 2030. WHO said the World Health Assembly has designated 2020 as the year of nurses and the midwife in an effort to spur action and encourage investment in education, skills, and job for healthcare workers. In addition, WHO said it is working with countries to generate new investment to ensure healthcare workers are trained and paid decent salaries. Improving public trust of healthcare worker. WHO said when patients trust on healthcare system, they are more likely to be follow a healthcare worker advice on how to stay healthy and are more likely to rely on health services. In order to strengthen public trust in healthcare worker and system, WHO is working to help countries strengthening primary care and to combat misinformation on social media platform. Further, WHO added that scientists and the public health community need to do a better job of listening to communities they serve, and there is a need for investment in better public health data information system. Misinformation should not be provided because which lack the trust of the patient on the healthcare provider or healthcare system. Need to capitalize technological advancement. WHO said advancement in technology have made a revolution in disease diagnosis, prevention and treatment. And genome editing, digital health technologies and synthesis and synthetic biology have the potential to solve a number of health problems. However, WHO also noted that these technologies raised a number of questions regarding how they should be regulated and monitored. WHO has taken cautions that without the appropriate safety barriers, these technological advancements have the potential to create new organism and have and can harm people, and said it is setting up new advisory committee to review evidence and provide guidance on the technologies. Threat to antimicrobial resistance and other medicine. WHO said a antimicrobial resistance AMR has the potential to undo decades of medical advancement and has increased due to number of factors including limited access to quality and low cost medicines, the unregulated prescriptions and use of antibiotics, poor infection control, and many more. WHO said it is working to combat AMR, known as antimicrobial resistance, by addressing its root cause while advocating for research and development into new antibiotics. Antibiotics. Healthcare sanitation, very important. According to WHO, that millions of people across the world live in communities without adequate sanitation services or potable water, which are major cause for the disease. And about one fourth of the healthcare facilities across the world are lacking basic water services, which are critical to health system. One fourth of healthcare facilities and lack of water and other basic resources result in poor quality care and increase the likelihood of infection. So therefore it is a this is the area of sanitation is very much required to focus and to work on this by all the countries and all the partners, especially all the agencies of United Nations. To address this issue, WHO and its partners are working with low and middle income countries to improve hygiene, sanitation, and water condition in the countries for healthcare facilities. WHO is calling all the countries to ensure all healthcare facilities to be provided to all the person. It should have basic hygiene, sanitation, and water services by 3030 under the project of urgent health challenges for the next decade. The new topic is healthcare as an issue at national level. Thank you. Thank you very much.